Right now on Apple Valley News Now at 6, several breaking news stories as we start the hour, including severe traffic on Interstate 182 in the Tri-Cities. We'll bring you the latest on these crashes and what we know. Also ahead, fire officials race to a blaze on Bateman Island, why we're facing an extreme fire risk as we head into the weekend. Plus, a program in Yakima is hoping to help young people and stop the gang violence. Our own Emily Goodell breaks this down and how the program is doing. Stacy?
And a live look outside. Traffic starting to move a little bit better on I-182. We'll break down all those wrecks coming up right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
And good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday. It's September the 5th, and I'm Austin Reed. We are tracking a few breaking news stories for you tonight. Here's one impacting traffic in the Tri-Cities during rush hour traffic. A rollover crash on Interstate 182 in Pasco has the eastbound lanes shut down to one lane only. This happened just before the Broadmoor Road 100 exit. At this time, injuries are unknown. The crash caused traffic to be backed up from the Road 100 Broadmoor all the way back to the Queensgate exit in Richland. SR 240 was also backed up from the Pasco exit to Columbia Center Boulevard exits. It may take up to an hour before the road is completely clear. While first responders were dealing with that crash, there was another one, this time at the bridge just before the George Washington Way exit on Interstate 182 in the westbound lanes. This crash backed up traffic to the Road 68 exit. Only one smashed vehicle was at the scene. Washington State Patrol was there directing traffic. Injuries are unknown at this time. At the same time, Kennewick Police and Kennewick Fire were dealing with this rollover crash that happened on Skagit Avenue. Kennewick Fire officials tell us a car turned onto Skagit from North Edison too fast and tried to avoid a car backing out of its driveway. The two cars crashed and one of them flipped. The driver was injured on the leg, but first responders say he will be okay. Now to a breaking update in Yakima. The Yakima Police Department has arrested a man on suspicion of murder and the killing of 30-year-old Tolerance Jackson on August the 23rd. Authorities say they arrested a 32-year-old man at a home in Yakima and are hoping to charge him with murder. The shooting happened on North 18th Avenue and Willow Street. Fire officials are investigating the cause of a fire that happened on Bateman Island this afternoon. That blaze broke out around 3 p.m. It spread quickly due to the dry and windy conditions. How many acres it affected is unknown at this time, but we will update you with more information as it becomes available. Kennewick Fire, Benton County Fire District 4, and Richland Police were just a few of the agencies we saw at the scene. We will bring you an update on this story and other breaking news headlines soon at applevalleynewsnow.com. Those dry and windy conditions are a big concern as we go into the weekend. It's making our fire risk level extreme. First Alert, Stacy Lee going to tell us now on what we are facing. So Stacy, take it away.
Dry and hot. We'll talk about that. It's been very dry. We've had very little rain lately, so dangerous heat in the region. 98 to 102. The mountains looking at 90 to 95. We could see some stray thunderstorms through the weekend in the mountain areas, and we'll also see breezy winds. So very dangerous as we head into the weekend as far as heat and as far as fire danger. 89 degrees right now, Dust Devil Sky Cam. Getting ready for the big game, the final homestand of the Dust Devils. If you're heading out to the game, a little bit warm, a little bit hazy out there tonight, but temperatures will cool down nicely. Winds are going to be coming from the north, very light tonight, 5 to 6 miles per hour. Temperatures around the area, we're starting to cool down a little, dropping below the 90s in the Tri-Cities, staying in the 90s right now, foothills of the Blues and in the Yakima-Kittitas Valley. So a mild night, calm winds, more smoke and haze coming up from central Oregon. That's going to be a problem, could cause poor air quality, extreme fire danger heading into the weekend, and then we'll start to cool off next week. I'll break it all down for you in my First Alert weather forecast. Austin?
All right, Stacy, thank you. A family member of the occupants of the Tuesday night garage fire in Pasco on Tamworth Lane is asking the community to help his brother, sister-in-law, and the couple's 9 children. The large family had to leave their home because of a fire in the garage. The family of 11 lost everything in the house, either to fire or smoke damage. So the family member started a GoFundMe, hoping to help purchase some much-needed essentials and to find some temporary housing. He says they are a wonderful and dedicated family to both their church and the community.
We got them a motel, which they're staying in 2 separate rooms. We're looking for a place for them to, for the next, after this weekend, we're looking for a place that it's at least a 4 to 5 bedroom house so that they can accommodate with their 9 children. They are the best people. They are so wonderful that so he is involved in a church service as a deacon.
Now that guy we've just heard from, Peter, he has set up a GoFundMe page for the family. You can find the direct link to that by going to our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. As for a cause, it is still under investigation. Youth gang violence is a serious problem in Yakima County, which has had more than a handful of gang-related homicides, either perpetrated by young people or involving teenage victims. Now, Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us community partners are revitalizing a task force designed to reduce youth gang activity.
In 2018, the city of Yakima got $150,000 in grant funding from the state to create the Gang Reduction and Intervention Task Force, or GRIT for short, a team made up of community partners.
Such as ESD 105 and the Yakima School District, Conference of Mental Health, and OIC, Yakima Police Department, Yakima County Commissioners, Yakima County Prosecutor's Office.
Working toward a shared goal.
To try to stop youth from entering gangs and then taking part in them.
Initial funding put toward bringing partners together and mentorship programs.
Bring together people that were either had been in gangs and that had gotten out of them, and that we were asking to help really work on those youths that were involved in gangs to get them out of gangs.
An additional $230,000 in federal grant money put toward a 3-year Yakima Youth Leadership Program in local middle schools, partnering with ESD 105 to bring in education advocates for the participants. But several years later, with no more grant funding,
we kind of slowed down and it just kind of stalled.
Now the Yakima City Council voting to transfer oversight of the GRIT program over to its steering committee.
We're re-energizing GRIT, and without money, we're trying to make sure that we move forward.
The steering committee says they're currently working to bring in more partners that will help them with their efforts moving forward. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Emily, thank you for that. Apple Valley News Now live at 6 is just getting started. Still ahead, a local women's shelter is asking for help tonight. We'll explain. Plus, happening this week in Walla Walla and this weekend, Wings over Walla Walla. Our Lucy Lobdell goes behind the scenes for us. And as we leave you to break, here's a live picture from our Legends Casino Skycam. It is just under that 90-degree mark there. Stacy is tracking a warm-up yet again. Her full First Alert weather forecast when we come back. Stay tuned.
Is that house-made guac going on a Carl's Jr. burger? Smooth, zesty, charbroiled, beefy, melty pepper jack, cheesy, saucy temptation, crisp bacon too. I give. Give in to the guac bacon burger, only at Carl's Jr. Made burger.
Get burger. The Labor Day savings have been extended. One more week at Walker's Furniture. Save like never before with discounts on all your favorite brands during the biggest sale of the season. Or enjoy 0% interest for 5 years and pay over time. But hurry, because these limited time offers end soon.
Beautiful new bedroom sets, stylish living rooms, and quality dining sets are all on sale.
Enjoy extended Labor Day style and savings this week at Walker's.
These are real people seeking solutions to real problems.
I have plantar fasciitis.
Pain with my feet, my knees.
Feet, knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports.
I definitely feel the heel to toe walk.
I'm not feeling any pain, especially in my heel. That's where I always feel it.
I don't feel the knee pain. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Oh, you're a blessing in disguise.
Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
I'm attorney Jeff Kreutz.
And I'm attorney Megan Changaroya.
For 5 consecutive years, Tamaki Law has been voted Tri-City's best law firm.
Your trust fuels our commitment.
Your support inspires our dedication.
For 30 years, Tamaki Law has been your choice as the law firm that fights for the justice you deserve.
Again, on behalf of Tamaki Law, thank you for your vote of confidence.
We are so grateful to serve our amazing community.
Ready?
Oh, absolutely.
Live, Sunday, September 15th, the Emmys come to ABC.
Cut it out, cut it out.
With awards for Best Drama, Comedy, and so much more.
Head to head, and one will be the winner.
Clock is ticking.
3, 2, 1.
I'm a winner. Showtime.
Let's begin, shall we?
The Emmys, live, Sunday, September 15th on ABC, and next day on Hulu.
Shopping online for a Purple mattress? We get it. With Purple's unique Gel Flex grid and multiple foam layers, you'll experience effortless sleep that's motion adaptive, temperature balanced, pressure relieving, and ultra supportive. But which Purple mattress is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. During Purple's Labor Day sale, save up to $1,000 on mattress and base bundles and get an instant gift. Shop Purple at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect Purple.
Next ET, we're with Nicole Kidman at her not-so-perfect premiere.
There's a reason to keep digging around.
Plus, Kevin Hart on his fight night with Samuel L. Jackson. Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Is that house-made guac going on a Carl's Jr. burger? Smooth, zesty, charbroiled beefy, melty pepper jack, cheesy, saucy temptation, crisp bacon too. I give. Give in to the guac bacon burger, only at Carl's Jr. Made burger.
Good burger. Jessica Jalol and Jules Sperling. Good Morning Northwest, weekdays on your side.
Thanks for staying with us on Apple Valley News Now live at 6. Today, U.S. Senator Maria Cantwell joined local leaders and elected officials at the Pacific Northwest National Laboratory SQUIM Lab to celebrate the dedication of the RV Resilience, a first of its kind electric hybrid-powered research vessel. When running on just electricity, the catamaran is almost completely silent and emissions-free, which will allow it to collect data without disturbing wildlife. Scientists from PNNL will be using the Resilience to study the environmental impacts of harnessing marine energy. Our Toby Solving will have more on this coming up at 6:30 on Apple Valley News Now. The Grace Kitchen's biggest fundraiser of the year is coming up. The Grace Gala happens October 25th at 6 p.m. at the Three Rivers Convention Center in Kennewick. It is the third annual gala where the community raises money to support the women in employment at the Grace Kitchen. The Grace Kitchen is a nonprofit that gives survivors of trafficking, addiction, homelessness, and poverty the opportunity for employment to learn job and life skills. 75% of the kitchen's funding actually comes from the community with this fundraising. The other 25% of the operating budget is funded through the kitchen's pasta and catering program.
But we really see these as tools to build confidence for the women we serve. We have a heavy focus on professional development because our 18-month program actually graduates women into full-time living wage jobs so they can rise out of poverty and stand on their own 2 feet and break those cycles of trafficking and gang affiliation and addiction in our city.
Bookwalter is the gala's wine sponsor, and Amanda Lorraine, the founder of the Grace Kitchen, says it will be a lovely evening to get dressed up and also hear from the guest speaker. That is Father Greg Boyle, who is the founder of the largest gang intervention employment program in the world. Again, this event is coming up on Friday, October 25th at 6 p.m. in Kennewick. Well, an event involving airplanes and World War II history started today, and it goes through the weekend at the Walla Walla Regional Airport. Apple Valley News Now's Lucy Lobdell takes us there.
It's all about planes, history, and community, according to Craig Woolham, founder of GW Distillery and one of the organizers for the Wings over Walla Walla. The annual event from 1948 to 2004 was an air show, but when it was brought back 3 years ago, organizers took a different approach.
We wanted was something where people would be able to come to the planes and fly in the planes, and that way they have a really visceral experience to really have a connection to what people went through in the 1940s.
The main highlights this weekend are these two airframes, the P-40 Kitty Hawk and the AT-6 Texan from the Erickson Aircraft Collection in Central Oregon.
We have a static display, which includes several other private planes which come in, just so people can see a lot of different airframes. So it's not all about these two, these are just the only two that you can fly in.
Craig says maintenance and fuel are expensive for these planes, and thus, so are the tickets to ride in them. If you don't have the $1,000 to $2,000 for a flight, you can participate in the scavenger hunt or pay for a $40 raffle ticket to win a flight. But there's also more to see than the planes designed in 1930.
We only bring the ones up that people can take a ride in, so they have to be two-seaters or more, and that way it's a little bit more of a draw, as well as there's a way to actually defray the costs of having them come down.
There's public speakers, barbecuing, and conversations scheduled until Sunday when the planes depart. For Apple Valley News Now, I'm Lucy Lobdell.
Lucy, thank you for that. Tomorrow, Rebecca Hom will be at the event to tell stories about the Women Air Force Service pilots. More information about the event can be found at dwdistilling.net. And before we get to Stacy, we have a quick business alert for you. Verizon is buying Frontier Communications in a deal valued at $20 billion. The deal is aimed at helping Verizon better compete against AT&T and others in the broadband industry. Verizon will get back network infrastructure in 3 states that it sold to Frontier nearly a decade ago. Frontier filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2020 and emerged as a leaner business the following year. Pending shareholder and regulatory approval, the all-cash deal is expected to close within about a year and a half.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we're going to start out talking about this West Coast heat wave from Seattle to San Diego. Very hot temperatures. Let's not even kid about Phoenix. They broke a record for most days over 110 degrees. And we're going to even see some possible record-breaking heat here in the Pacific Northwest, a good 10 to 20 degrees above average in our region. And that is the outlook. We're going to stay that way at least through Sunday, but we'll start to cool down next week. We're expecting temperatures 98 to 102, 90 to 95 in the upper elevations and mountains. Stay indoors and stay hydrated. Here's the weather pattern for the next couple of days. Here's that warm air continuing to flow from the southwest, but keep an eye on this system out here. That's going to come in. A strong upper level low brings potential thunderstorms to our mountain areas and possibly in the blues, which could mean fire danger. Now we have a red flag warning for the Cascades all the way from Canada all the way down to southern Oregon. Hot temps in the 90s, breezy winds 10 to 20 miles an hour, plus low humidity, all the recipe for fires and fire spreads. Plus smoke. Yes, we've been seeing that smoke and haze through the region today, and that's going to continue to be a problem with that southerly flow coming up, bringing most of that smoke from the Oregon fires in Central Oregon into our region. Some areas experiencing poor air quality. We're in a little pocket right here in the Tri-Cities, but all around us, and it looked a little bit overcast today. That was that layer of smoke hanging around the region. Taking a peek outside our Biomart Skycam at Tannum Ridge, you can see that smoke and haze lingering over the top of Yakima, but air quality good tonight. 92 degrees, winds are light, 3 miles per hour. Our sunset at 7:26. Let's talk about temperatures tonight. Going to be mild, cool, but hazy. Temperatures cooling down into the upper 50s through most of the area. A cool 51 in Ellensburg tonight. Tri-Cities 57, 55 Pendleton, 57 also in Hermiston and in Walla Walla. For tomorrow, again, those temperatures beginning to rise, hotter, hazier, and again, some light winds through the region. We're flirting with 100 in the Tri-Cities. We've reduced our temperatures by a couple of degrees because of the smoke and haze. It's filtering that sunlight out of the area. If you're heading to the golf course this weekend, plan for a hazy day on Friday. Nice morning, hot and hazy afternoon. Sunny and hot for both Saturday and Sunday. So get those tee times early and stay hydrated. If you're traveling to the west side, it's going to be warm there as well. Look for those hazy conditions in Seattle, cooling into the 70s by Sunday. Heading to Portland, it's going to be nice and warm there. Hazy conditions as well as that smoke continues to travel around the region. And for the Spokane area, nice and hot, near 100 degrees, very, very warm. Let's take a look at our 7-day planning forecast. Look at those hot temperatures. But the good news is we'll start to see temperatures going down into the 80s. We're at 91 on Monday in Yakima, those mid-90s above average for the next couple of days. Ellensburg, we've got those warm temps as well. Very hot. Look for those breezy winds picking up there Sunday as that system starts to move through the area. Walla Walla looking good. Again, dangerous heat for the weekend, but cooling by the middle of next week. And we potentially could start to see some 70-degree temperatures getting closer to seasonal averages for this time of year. But again, hot weekend overall. So try to stay cool, hydrated, and don't be the spark that starts the fire.
Hey, real quick, I just want to apologize. Earlier, we were talking about that crash in Kennewick. You're from the area.
Yeah.
I'm new to the area. It is pronounced
Skagit.
Skagit. Yes. So
It's all right.
Sorry about that.
Looks like Skagit.
I know. I'm still learning, everybody. All right, coming up next here on Apple Valley News Now at 6 o'clock, we have a lot of more news headlines for you. And we have a health alert. This is regarding brain aneurysms, so stay tuned.
Back by popular demand, it's Steve Hun Kia's 2 for $222, but only while supplies last during the summer clearance sale. If Steve Hun Kia can sell 2 new Kias for $222, imagine what you'll save on all-wheel drive SUVs, but only at SteveHunKia.com.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines for just $90.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah. It's a huge deal. You also get 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones! Wow, I just triple checked and that's awesome.
So go get that deal. Or at least help me clip. You check the expiration dates.
Oh, I can do that.
Great.
Get 4 free phones of your choice with no trade-in needed, plus 4 lines for $90.
You love the internet. But do you love your internet? Is your bundle a bundle of joy? Do you celebrate your contract's anniversary? No? You should meet Ziply Fiber. High-speed fiber optic internet means more freedom, more reliability, more speed on all your family's devices, all at the same time. Happily ever faster. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply. Plans as low as $10 a month.
Board-certified family medicine provider Dr. Michael Adling is now caring for patients of all ages at Prosser Memorial Health's Benton City Clinic. His services include annual physicals and preventative care, well child exams, the treatment of cold and flu, acute illnesses, and more. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Adling, call the Benton City Clinic at 509-588-4075. Or to learn more about his services, visit prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
4752.
Hey up there. Points. Points!
Everyone knows miles are better than points.
Oh, you fancy miles. That's all you ever talk about.
Stop! I'm telling Dad you used credit.
Bah!
Pish posh. Use me.
What he needs is points.
Think about the repercussions. It's 10% off if you sign up for a store card.
No.
Oh, boy. It's okay to use credit sometimes. Let's talk about it.
Find a healthier approach to money at Gisa.
Discover Curve Appeal in Kennewick, your personalized med spa. Experience our one-on-one services and treatments designed to make you look and feel your best. From laser hair removal or electrolysis to Botox or body contouring and laser treatments, we tailor our services to your unique needs. Our medical professionals ensure you leave feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. Ready to look and feel your best? Visit CurveAppealTC.com to schedule your consultation.
Back by popular demand, it's Steve Hun Kia's 2 for $222, but only while supplies last during the summer clearance sale. If Steve Hun Kia can sell 2 new Kias for $222, imagine what you'll save on all-wheel drive SUVs, but only at SteveHunKia.com.
We are back now with a health alert. About 1 in 50 people in the U.S. have an unruptured brain aneurysm, according to the Brain Aneurysm Foundation. Early detection is critical. Here's Mandy Gaither with more.
It's a spot on an artery in the brain that's weakened or thinned, causing it to bulge and fill with blood. Brain aneurysms are more common than you may know.
A lot of people potentially could be walking around and not even know that they have an aneurysm.
Neurosurgeon Dr. Mark Bain with Cleveland Clinic says not all aneurysms cause symptoms. Larger, steadily growing ones may cause pain above and behind the eye, numbness, weakness, paralysis on one side of the face, a dilated pupil in the eye, or vision changes. Bain says not all aneurysms need treatment.
A lot of aneurysms are actually fairly safe. People don't think they're safe, but the rupture rates are very, very low.
There are aneurysms that do pose a risk of rupture. Bain says those should be treated. When an aneurysm bursts, it's extremely dangerous and causes a sudden severe headache. Emergency medical attention is needed immediately.
That way they can stabilize you, make your blood, make sure your blood pressure is well controlled. And then typically they'll contact a place that can treat a brain aneurysm.
Bain says it's also important to know the risk factors, including family history of an aneurysm, untreated high blood pressure, cigarette smoking, and age. He says treatments have come a long way and can go in through a leg or wrist artery without an incision.
Patients wake up without any pain, and they're able to go home the next day.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Coming up, the region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m. We'll have more headlines. And what do we have for weather?
We have lots of heat advisories, and we have high fire danger going into the weekend. I'll have all the details coming up.
Newscasts anytime with Apple Valley Plus on Roku, Apple Fire, and smart TVs.
Craving our world-famous hand-rolled crisp burritos with creamy, bacony, chipotle, smoky goodness? Try our new smoky pork crisp burrito for a limited time. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
Dishwasher on the fritz? Laundry giving you fits. A water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
Hey there, are you ready to quackercise? It's the best exercise to get ready for the duck race. I know you guys are ready. Are you? It's coming September 14th. Don't miss your chance to win big at the Mid-Columbia Duck Race. The grand prize is a 2024 Toyota Corolla Cross, plus other fantastic prizes. Support your community, lend a hand, buy a duck, and keep the tradition alive. The Mid-Columbia Duck Race, presented by Toyota and Audubon Auto Care Center.
The Labor Day savings have been extended. One more week at Walker's Furniture. Save like never before with discounts on all your favorite brands during the biggest sale of the season. Or enjoy 0% interest for 5 years and pay over time. But hurry, because these limited time offers end soon.
Beautiful new bedroom sets, stylish living rooms, and quality dining sets are all on sale.
Enjoy extended Labor Day style and savings this week at Walker's.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job of waiting tables.
This is Tony.
Things that I've tried have failed.
And this is Tony's Good Feet story.
Before my arch supports, I felt defeated. But since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I have had no pain, which still is kind of crazy to me. I'm more positive. It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out. I would recommend it to anyone. You've tried everything that's not working, give it a try.
See how we can help you too at the Good Feet store.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
They both want to be your next president. Now Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, face to face. The ABC News presidential debate, moderated by David Muir and Lindsay Davis. Tuesday live on ABC and streaming on Hulu and Disney+.
Craving our world-famous hand-rolled crisp burritos with creamy, bacony, chipotle, smoky goodness? Try our new smoky pork crisp burrito for a limited time. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
Usually when people knock on your doors, they're trying to sell you something, but we're actually here to give you money.
me. DSAMA is this month's winner of Volunteers Count.
We have fosters throughout the Tri-Cities. We have about 50 total. And so my home is usually the home where all the animals come in to sort of do, our intakes.
STCU honors volunteers in our community. To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Right now on Apple Valley News Now live at 6:30, we have new information about America's latest high school shooting in Georgia. Plus, it is a first of its kind electric hybrid powered research vessel. Toby Solvang will have the story as your news at 6:30 begins now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Every night at 6:30, we begin with weather first, and you have a lot to talk about.
We do. The heat wave is here. I'm hoping it's the final heat wave of summer as we are dwindling down those days of summer, but definitely heat wave, hot and smoky is what we got going on. So here's your heat alerts around the area. Pretty much the entire state and all the way down the west coast is under some sort of heat alert or advisory. Up to 102-degree temperatures. Mountains hot, 90 to 95. Stay indoors and hydrate if you're sensitive to the heat. It's going to be a hot one, so just remember that. And let's take a live look here at our Dust Devil Skycam. 89 degrees out there. Our winds are light at 8 miles per hour. Our sunset tonight at 8:26. Dust Devil game. They've been playing their final homestand. They'll wrap it up this weekend with some fireworks in the region. Temperatures around the area starting to cool down, but still really warm, 80s and 90s. Let's recap. So we have a mild night with calm winds, more smoke and haze in the region, extreme fire danger as we head towards the weekend. Plus, we'll see some cooler temperatures finally rolling into next week. I'll break it all down in my first alert full weather forecast. Austin?
All right, Stacy, we will see you then. Thank you. There is a new hybrid research vessel in the state of Washington. The Department of Energy funded the first of its kind research vessel. It's called the RV Resilience. Apple Valley News Now's Toby Solvang has more.
Today, U.S. Senator Maria Cantwell joined local leaders and elected officials at the Pacific Northwest National Laboratory, SQUIM Lab, to celebrate the dedication of the RV Resilience, a first-of-its-kind electric hybrid-powered research vessel. The celebration took place in SQUIM, near Port Townsend on the Olympic Peninsula. The 50-foot Resilience is made out of aluminum and is the first U.S. Department of Energy's research vessel of this size that can run on either diesel or electric power.
Well, today is about a vision of pushing the envelope on R&D at the Energy Department's only marine lab. Aren't we lucky? Aren't we lucky? The SQUIM Lab is really a hidden treasure. I don't think a lot of people know about it even within the state of Washington. Working on discoveries that one day turn algae into biofuels, or better protecting our beloved coastlines where 40% of our population lives.
When it's running on just electricity, the catamaran is almost completely silent and emissions-free, which will allow it to collect data without disturbing wildlife.
But today, we are thanking DOE. We are thanking PNNL for bringing the best and brightest to SQUIM and for today's dedication of this unique vessel that is going to help us solve and meet some very big challenges. Thank you all very much.
This is Toby Solvang with Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Toby, we appreciate that. The research vessel will help find out which technologies would be safe for the environment as well as be the most valuable to the electric grid. New at 6:30, we have a local health alert. COVID numbers on the rise, but the State Department of Health is offering resources. They have placed 20 free COVID-19 testing kiosks across the state to help underserved populations, including rural residents, people experiencing homelessness, and those who are uninsured or underinsured. Locally, there are kiosks at the Benton Franklin Health District in Kennewick, Fiesta Foods in Sunnyside, and the Yakima Agency building in Toppenish. But the program funding only lasts until the end of the year. Women in the U.S. will soon be able to collect their own samples for cervical cancer screenings. In May, the Food and Drug Administration gave the green light for patients to self-collect samples in a healthcare setting instead of undergoing a pap smear or HPV test that uses a speculum. The self-collection method will be similar to people collecting their own urine samples during a checkup. Doctors say this will make screening more accessible to patients and increase the chance of catching the disease in its early stages. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more than 11,000 women are diagnosed with cervical cancer in the U.S. every year. 4,000 of those women die from the disease. In February, the Walla Walla community voted to pass the first ever capital levy in Walla Walla Public Schools history. That is nearly $15 million of a project which passed with a 58% vote. Crews started earlier in the summer on the new amenities at Walla Walla High School, including the new turf fields, which are nearing completion. Apple Valley News Now's Riley Fitzgerald says practices on the JV field have started and athletes are thrilled to be on it.
Do you prefer to play football on this kind of ground or on a grass field?
On this ground right here.
Walla Walla Public Schools Superintendent Wade Smith says the committee for the outdoor athletic and activity facilities chose the top-of-the-line turf that's on the market. That is Hellas's Matrix Helix turf. And the safety testing came back and the results speak for itself.
ASTM sets a max rate of 200 is a score of 200. The National Federation of Artificial Turf recommends about 165 or less. We actually came in at 95 as an average Gmax across our field, which is actually equivalent to the national football standards for natural grass fields. And so our field rivals a natural grass, state-of-the-art NFL field right here in Walla Walla Public Schools.
And the athletes are happy with it too. Practices have started on the JV field, while the varsity field is still under construction.
Every time you cut, I'm not afraid that I'm gonna like slip and then fall on my butt. It's just a really nice, high-quality field.
Carter Chevelle, a senior Blue Devil football player, says the team can cut faster and run faster.
The quality is amazing, and having this new natural little bead stuff in the turf, way better than that stuff they have in Tri-Cities.
Many of our students participate in other artificial turf fields across the region, and most of them contain, again, the crushed rubber, which is black and it just maintains the heat and sucks the moisture out of the air. This actually contracts and brings in the moisture and cools it down because of the color of the infill.
Those little beads, Chevelle mentioned, Superintendent Smith explains, are actually crushed olive pits. The committee spent a lot of time determining which infill to go with. The one they chose is a recyclable thermo blend.
It's a mixture of natural cellulose fibers and, believe it or not, crushed olive pits left over from the olive oil pressing process. And so when you combine those two together, it's an all-natural organic infill that's actually 30 degrees cooler than crushed rubber and completely recyclable.
Well, I mean, it's hot, but it's not as hot as the other turf fields that I've ever played on. I mean, those fields get piping hot to where it's you can't even sit on the ground.
The Trident JV field is completed and the varsity field is nearly there. Next up, more stadium amenities will be constructed. Crews are drilling for the first lights the school has had on any athletic field. Then there's the 2,500-person bleachers, a concession stand, restrooms, team rooms, and more on the way to Trident Field. In Walla Walla, I'm Riley Fitzgerald with Apple Valley News Now.
What a cool story, Riley. Thank you for that. Superintendent Smith says the district hopes to get more than 15 years out of the field. The levy also includes replacing the Wahai tennis courts, building the JROTC Raider course, and more. The varsity football team takes on Kamiakin Friday night at 7 o'clock, and that's a home game. Hunter Biden pleaded guilty to all 9 charges in his federal tax case today, and the district judge in Los Angeles has accepted his plea. Sentencing is scheduled for December 16th. Now, the prosecution did not object to the date, which was proposed by the judge. The president's son has now officially pled guilty to 1 count of felony tax evasion, 2 counts of felony filing fraudulent tax returns, 4 misdemeanor counts of failing to pay taxes, and 2 misdemeanor counts of failing to file tax returns. Now to continuing coverage in Georgia, where a 14-year-old boy is behind bars after police say he carried out a mass shooting at his high school, killing 4 people and injuring 9 others. 3 of the survivors have now been released from the hospital. Reporter Rena Roy of ABC News says the Georgia Bureau of Investigation wants to charge him with 4 counts of felony murder.
New details emerging about the 14-year-old boy accused of going on a deadly shooting rampage at a Georgia high school Wednesday morning. Colt Gray had a brush with law enforcement in the past. ABC News obtaining an investigative report from May of last year when the FBI received anonymous tips about online threats to shoot up a school. The FBI traced the threatening posts on the social media site Discord to a then 13-year-old. At the time of the threats, the local sheriff questioned Gray, who denied making the posts, and his father said that while he kept hunting guns in the house, his son did not have unsupervised access to them. The officer writing in the report that he could not substantiate the tip and found no reason to arrest him. Investigators are now going through social media accounts associated with Gray. Multiple sources familiar with the investigation telling ABC News he appears to have an affinity for mass shooters, posting about prior tragedies and those who carried them out. One student says on Wednesday, Gray left class and then tried to get back inside.
I saw students go back to open the door for him, and they backed away. I'm guessing they saw something, but for some reason they didn't open the door. And I can just see him kind of turn to the side, like what would have been my right, and you just hear gunshots. And then everyone just kind of ducks to the floor.
School resource officers finding him moments after the shooting with an AR-15 style rifle. Now the Georgia Bureau of Investigation saying Gray has been charged with 4 counts of felony murder. Police identifying the victims as 14-year-old students Christian Angulo and Mason Schermerhorn, teachers Richard Aspinwall and Christina Irami. People coming to the school today with bouquets of flowers, one woman in tears saying she knew some of the victims. It's a tragedy that's rocked this community.
I'm upset. I'm crying constantly. It's sad. It's sad. Was something that could have been prevented or tried.
That was ABC's Rena Roy. Still no word on a motive from authorities. Right now, it does not appear that he specifically targeted the victims. Gray is expected to make his first court appearance virtually tomorrow morning. Still ahead on Apple Valley News now at 6:30. Stacy will return. She'll have another look at your full First Alert weather forecast. Don't go anywhere.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Create a backyard that's out of this world. Right now, save $50 on the MSA 60 CB battery chainsaw and save $50 on the VGA 57 battery blower. Real STIHL.
I want to be smarter with my spending now. And that's what we're here for.
Find a healthier approach to money at Gisa.
Our state has changed a lot in the last 140 years. We know because MultiCare has been here, guided by a single purpose, making our communities healthier. That comes from making courageous decisions, partnering with local communities to grow programs and services, and expanding healthcare access to those who need it most. Together, we're building a healthier future. MultiCare.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider. So switch to Spectrum and get a powerful network that connects nearly 500 million devices.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with free modem, no data caps, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee when you level up to a gig. Call 1-855-735-1336 or scan to call.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming with the most reliable internet speeds. Get a powerful network that millions of customers rely on. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with 99.9% network reliability, no added taxes or hidden fees, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee. Call 1-855-735-1336.
Call now.
Coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, Walla Walla Public Schools recently finished getting new artificial turf at one of their fields. We'll hear more on the next phase of the project, and we'll also hear from local athletes. That's coming up tomorrow morning from 5 to 7.
I think this is my favorite. Okay, hon, what do you think of this one?
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Let's talk about the West Coast heat wave. Check it out. It's not just the Pacific Northwest. It's all the way from Seattle to San Diego. Phoenix with record-breaking temperatures over 110. Hot, hot, hot everywhere, but we're good 10 to 20 degrees above normal all through our region. Even that encircles the Tri-Cities, Spokane, right into Portland, and we'll continue to see that hot air coming up from the south. Heat alerts all through the region through Sunday. Temperatures 98 to 102. Those mountain highs with these upper elevations 90 to 95. That's really hot. Stay indoors, hydrate, be very safe out there if you're sensitive to heat. Weather pattern, let's take a look at that. Here comes that hot air coming up from the southwest, but we're going to keep an eye on this guy out here. You're going to see an upper level low. That could potentially bring some thunder showers to the mountain areas, not in the lower elevations, mainly in the mountains and possibly in the Blue Mountains, which could start new fires. Therefore, we do have from fire weather advisories, or red flag warnings. Now this expires tonight. It will probably be extended over the next couple of days. Again, those hot temperatures, gusty winds, low humidity, all the perfect recipe for fires to spread rapidly. We've been seeing smoke and haze in the air as well. It looked a little bit overcast today, but that is all that smoke and haze. We have so many fires burning around the area, and it's all trying to move right into our region. So look for more smoke and haze coming in thick at times, and that could impact our air quality. We're in a nice little pocket here in the Tri-Cities, but all around us we're starting to see moderate air quality in Pendleton and Hermiston, Hanford, out to Connell and Moses Lake. So we'll keep a close eye on that. And here it is. You can see the smoke and haze on our Legends Casino Skycam. 89 degrees right now. Our winds are light, 8 miles per hour, and our feels like temp is 91. So it's warm out there still this evening, but a little bit hazy. Tonight, mild, cool, and hazy as those temperatures will be in the 50s all through the area. For tomorrow, hotter, hazier, light winds, 90s, and even some triple digits in a couple of places. And we could potentially still hit the triple digits in Hermiston and the Tri-Cities. If you're heading out to the links this weekend, might want to get those early tee times as it gets hotter later in the day. Look for the smoke and haze on Friday. Sunday, though, looking very hot and nice. If you're hitting the road, it's going to be hot on the west side Friday, Saturday. Sunday, cooling down just slightly, but once that smoke and haze clears, it's going to be pretty nice. Out to the Portland area, a little smokier and hazy there. Very hot, cooling into the 80s by Sunday. And up north, we're talking the Spokane area. Very hot conditions. Could be breaking some records there with hazy smoke in the region. Here's that 7-day planner. We are dangerously dry. Fire dangers are elevated. We're going to start cooling down next week, where we'll see more seasonal temperatures down into the 80s. Our average for this time of year is right around 85, 86 degrees. Here's Yakima above normal, again, right in through Monday. Then we'll start to see a cooling trend. Ellensburg, the notable there is that's a little closer to the mountains where they could see some potential thunder and lightning and some breezy winds picking up on Sunday. Here's Walla Walla, again, those 90s, 80s by mid next week, and possibly even some 70s getting down a little bit. Cool, maybe starting to feel the fall, even though Austin, fall is still what did I say, 18 days away.
18 days.
So a couple days left.
I want the hot weather to go away, fire danger disappears, and then we'll be talking about snow.
Yeah, where's all my fall people?
Right, exactly. All right, still ahead on Apple Valley News now at 6:30. We are talking about what's trending, and here's a hint. Pizza. Stay tuned.
Is that house-made guac going on a Carl's Jr. burger? Smooth, zesty, charbroiled, beefy, melty pepper jack, cheesy, saucy temptation, crisp bacon too. I give. Give in to the guac bacon burger, only at Carl's Jr. Big burger.
Good burger. Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
Watch me. Watch me tumble, jump, and soar. When our squad is on point, we own the floor. Dazzling stunts and dances are my jam. Pain once caused issues, but they had a plan. A life-changing brace with no surgery to fear. Activity without limits, one more reason to cheer. Watch me. Industry-leading scoliosis treatment at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
These are real people seeking solutions to real problems.
I have plantar fasciitis.
Pain with my feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports.
I definitely feel the heel-to-toe walk.
I'm not feeling any pain, especially in my heel. That's where I always feel it.
I don't feel the knee pain. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Oh, you're a blessing in disguise.
Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
The savings continue with Cascade Farm and Outdoors' latest mailer. It's the perfect time to get the perfect pair of jeans. Save now on women's premium jeans. Stock up on Golden Fire or Lignetics 40-pound stove fuel pellets. Plus, compare and save on Nutrina NatureWise 40-pound layer feed crumbles or pellets on sale now. Reap big savings with our latest mailer, online or in store at Cascade Farm and Outdoor. Northwest, homegrown, honest values.
Welcome to the Drive Like a Pro League. Today we've got Kevin facing off against his Thursday commute. Let's see if he can bring that safety A game. He's off. He makes room for a cyclist, and he's already got pedestrians up ahead. He gets the stop. Incredible. Let's take another look at that. Kevin showing excellent technique. As soon as he approaches the crosswalk, he applies that inside brake pressure. The crowd can't believe it. Be like Kevin. Drive like a pro.
Thank you for making Apple Valley News Now's Good Morning Northwest the most watched local morning news program in our area. What's new, what's now, and what's next, plus first alert weather every 10 minutes. Wake up with Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now on your side.
Is that house-made guac going on a Carl's Jr. burger? Smooth, zesty, charbroiled, beefy, melty pepper jack, cheesy, saucy temptation, crisp bacon too. I give. Give in to the guac bacon burger, only at Carl's Jr. Big burger.
Good burger.
Apple Valley News Now, the official television home of the Seattle Kraken.
Check this out because it's time for What's Trending at 6:30. You know, getting a college degree has been considered the ticket to a high-paying job and stable job. But as students return to campus, could trade or vocational schools be a faster path to economic success?
That's right. There's a surprising trend that appears to be paying off for younger workers. Over the last 5 years, enrollment in bachelor's degree programs fell, while enrollment in vocational schools grew, according to the National Student Clearinghouse. As hiring rates for workers in their 20s have risen in recent years for roles requiring a vocational or associate's degree, some offer this warning. Think about if you can really see yourself doing that job all the way to retirement. So there's a good one. Yeah. But we need those trades, so keep
for sure.
doing it. Yes.
100%. Yeah. All right, time for something real fun. Today is National Cheese Pizza Day. It's observed every year on September 5th.
That's right. Your pie for National Cheese Pizza Day doesn't have to be just the standard mozzarella. Mix it up with varieties like Gouda, Parmesan, Gorgonzola, or even cheddar. Humans have been eating pizza-like dishes for thousands of years. The Greeks had bread covered with herbs, oils, and cheese. The Romans would put bay leaves, cheese, and honey on dough. Our modern idea of pizza began with the Neapolitan flatbread pizza topped with mozzarella and buffalo milk. That was in Naples, Italy.
Yeah.
So, good stuff.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll have a final look at weather and the viewer photo of the day.
That's right. It's coming up next.
It only happens once a year. Steve Hun Kia's summer clearance sale. So don't get stuck in the slush. Bring any trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Can take advantage of Steve Hun all-wheel drive sale. All with 0 down, 0 payments for 90 days. Steve Hun's Kia.com.
Visit Fred's Appliance today and discover unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock get-it-today inventory in the region. Make cleanup a breeze with a brand new model Bosch dishwasher. Available in 3 colors, each for just $6.49. These Bosch dishwashers offer quiet operation, advanced water efficiency, and a variety of cycle options to clean your dishes every time perfectly. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
Hey there, are you ready to quackercise? It's the best exercise to get ready for the duck race. I know you guys are ready. Are you? It's coming September 14th. Don't miss your chance to win big at the Mid-Columbia Duck Race. The grand prize is a 2024 Toyota Corolla Cross, plus other fantastic prizes. Support your community, lend a hand, buy a duck, and keep the tradition alive. The Mid-Columbia Duck Race, presented by Toyota and Audubon Auto Care Center.
There are those who factor, and those who don't. Nothing this good comes this easy.
Except Factor.
Fresh, never frozen meals ready in 2 minutes.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0% APR for up to 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Pro-level performance at work and at home.
Right now, buy 2 AP300S batteries and get a third AP300S for free. And get a free battery when you buy a BGA 86 battery handheld blower set, a $300 value.
Real steel. Find yours.
Don't give a rat's behind. That's below.
A new era begins.
And I'm just getting started.
Judy Justice.
It's the premiere of Judy Justice, Monday afternoon at 3, followed by news and Monday Night Football, only on Apple Valley News Now.
It only happens once a year. Steve Hun Kia's summer clearance sale. So don't get stuck in the slush. Bring any trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Can take advantage of Steve Hun all-wheel drive sale. All with 0 down, 0 payments for 90 days. Steve Hun's Kia.com.
Jessica Julol and Jules Sperling. Good Morning Northwest, weekdays on your side.
Happy Friday Eve.
Yes, Friday. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Tomorrow I'll be out live checking out some cowboy action, PBRs in town. But right now, let's check out our viewer photo of the day. There we go. Dee, she rides around on her bike. Look at, now that is the foothills of the blues. Okay. And just look right below it. Cornfields.
Yep.
So get out there and enjoy the corn. Thank you, Dee, for the laugh. And again, get your photos submitted through that QR code on the right or AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Let's break down your day tomorrow real quick. Look at those temps. Hot and hazy. That is the forecast. It's going to be warm out the door and those hot temperatures by early afternoon. Sneak peek at the 7-day planning forecast. Hazy conditions, hot through Sunday. Start to gradually cool down into next week. Let's take a look for Walla Walla and Hermiston. Again, hot and hazy weekend there. Fire danger extremely high as we head towards the weekend. So whatever your plans include, don't be the spark that starts that next big fire. Be fire-wise and safe out there.
All right, thanks for joining us here at 6 and 6:30 tonight. I'm Austin Reed with Stacey Lee, hoping your news is good news.
Y'all have a good night.